This is not an easy thing to do. I mean, I work 24 hours. I mean, I could be at home, and if one of these guys are out there, because sometimes they work till 2 o'clock in the morning, and there's a shooting, I have to get up, and I have to go support my team.
Save Our Youth, or SOY for short, hires what they call credible messengers like Pedro Franco. In this case, he's credible because he spent 14 years in and out of the system. The program's violence intervention can happen in a number of ways. SOY workers on the street may try to de-escalate a potentially dangerous situation. They also respond to shootings to try and prevent retaliation. Ashley Davis is a client of SOY. They call her a participant.
If it wasn't for them, I'd probably still be stuck in the same situation, doing the same things that I was doing previously. So, you know, they just showed me a positive role. They showed me you ain't always got to stay stuck in your situation. You ain't always got to resort in violence.
This is a voluntary program, and they are willing to participate in some of the stuff that we have to offer. And they want to make some changes. They don't know it yet, but it's coming.
Now, in the days before SOY, Davis says she was hanging with the wrong crowd. Now she's back in school and holding down a job.
Stop the violence! I always had a love for people, and when I went to prison, I became a motivational speaker and a youth advocate. So when I came out, I just said, you know what, why not continue? When you've been in the struggle so long, and when you come out of the struggle, you want to free other people as well.
Daniels chanted and held up Stop the Violence signs at not one, but 3 rallies in the Northeast that evening. His supervisor, Pedro Franco, was also there. The two had their participants and community members handing out flyers to spread SOY's message.
I told my own grandson, if the police ever came to my home for something they did, I will point right at him. He was on a bicycle. He traveled down to Portland Avenue to Chase Bank to get money out. And on his way back, somewhere along this area, he was attacked from behind by some young men who robbed him.
Betty Coleman is hoping her son's tragic death serves as a warning to others.
He was shot in the mouth. It went through, it severed his artery, passed through his esophagus, and shattered his jaw, and it cracked his spine.
At times you try to separate yourself emotionally from these situations, but I can't separate myself completely emotionally from what I do, because then I start caring, and I'm not ready for that.
As long as we keep these secrets, crime will continue. We pray that the people of Rochester come together, not just because this happened to my son, but it's happening to mothers and fathers everywhere in Rochester, New York, and it's time for it to end.
Wafiq Altawell is better known as Mike. He owns a corner store in the Northeast.
New investment in neighborhood will help this neighborhood. Don't afraid to come in this neighborhood. The picture from outside is way different. When you go in and you get in the love, you will see is a big difference.
He's tried to take matters into his own hands by hiring people from around the neighborhood to do odd jobs in his store.
The main thing we have to do, I think, is to provide them a job, any kind of source of income, and I guarantee this violence will stop.
Local law enforcement have their own initiatives in place to reduce violent crime, like the Gun-Involved Violence Elimination, or GIVE program. And organizations like Action for a Better Community oversee multiple programs that all aim to reduce violence. SOY is just one of them, and they're only funded for a year.
We need to get this program refunded. We need to get more grants for programs like this.
The funding, it's not enough to fund street outreach work for the entire community, but it's enough to get the concept here, to train people, to get it started. And then hopefully, part of the goal would be, if local law enforcement sees value in it, if communities see value in it, hopefully there would be matching investments. I wouldn't want people to hold their breath saying, there'll be more funding next year, the year after.
You started talking about that, my stomach started hurting, because it is just another pop-up program that came through the Northeast and left us.
I'm Sasha Ann Simons for the Innovation Trail.